A 49ers boardroom billionaire has just laughed off Rangers and outed himself as a Celtic man, right as questions swirl around Parag Marathi and the UEFA multi-club rules. Then Youssef Chermiti goes from slow start to Ibrox hero, big game goals, that old firm bicycle kick, and suddenly Gordon Smith's talking agents, exit whispers, and a £25 million price tag. And to top it off, the Union Bears are calling the troops to Cessnock at 11 a.m. for a full-on march to Ibrox, with 7,500 Celtic fans coming into our house for a Scottish Cup showdown with Hampton on the line. This one's unmissable. Aye, just click subscribe now, mate. Not enough of you are liking or supping, honestly. If you're one of us, show it. We're the people. So here we go. A billionaire tied to the 49ers crowd, sitting in the Leeds boardroom, has come out and basically said Rangers means nothing to him. Nothing. Then, with a wee laugh, he tells everyone he's a Celtic man. Imagine the cheek. His name's Pete Lowy. Big investor at Leeds through the Lowy family group, part of the 49ers Enterprises setup. And when he finally opens his mouth in a rare interview, what does he choose to brag about? Not Rangers, not Ibrox, not our history. No, he's talking about heading up to Parkhead with Eddie Gray like it's some pilgrimage. He even starts selling it as the benchmark. European night under the lights, the noise, the commitment, all that. He's raving about how spectacular their stadium felt, and how that's what he wants Ellen Road to become as Leeds push this big expansion from 37,645 seats up to about 53,000. So in his head, Rangers aren't the standard. We're not the model. We're not even part of the conversation. And then the timing of it. He gets asked about Parag Marathi stepping down as vice chairman of Rangers, right before UEFA's multi-club ownership deadline. And Lowy's answer is basically a shrug and a grin. Probably nothing. Then he says he's not an investor in Rangers, not involved, doesn't have anything to do with us, except he's a Celtic man. That's the line. That's what he wanted out there. Now, he tries to soften it by saying Marathi's Rangers involvement never took a minute away from Leeds, that Parag can divide his time, that Leeds fans shouldn't worry. Aye, brilliant. So Rangers are reduced to a time management footnote for Leeds supporters, while one of the big money faces is busy swooning over the other lot's spectacle. Tell me this. If people connected to our ownership structure feel comfortable publicly declaring for Celtic and treating Rangers like an afterthought, what exactly are we meant to think they respect about this club? Right, this is what a proper football club looks like when it's awake. The Union Bears are organizing a fan march ahead of Sunday, and it's exactly the sort of thing that reminds everyone what Ibrox is meant to feel like when it matters. Here's the situation. Rangers and Celtic go again at Ibrox, second time in a week, but this one's the Scottish Cup. A place at Hampton on the line. No second chances, no, we'll fix it next week. You either turn up and impose yourself, or you're out. So the Union Bears are telling supporters to meet 11 a.m. at Cessnock Subway and walk in together. Not drifting in 5 minutes before kickoff like you're heading to the shops. Together. Early. Loud. Let the whole area know it's Rangers Day and there's a cup tie to be won. And there's a wee twist this time. We're not in the usual league setup for tickets. Because it's the Scottish Cup, they're getting a proper away allocation. About 7,500 now thought of them, roughly 20%, because that's the rule in cup competitions. So you'll actually hear them inside our ground if the rest of Ibrox doesn't match it. That's why this march matters. It sets the tone before a ball's even kicked. It tells the players, we're here and we're not accepting passengers. It tells the visitors, you're walking into a place that can swallow you whole if we decide to make it that way. So the question is simple. Are we letting 7,500 of them feel comfortable in our own stadium? Or are we making Ibrox the kind of place they dread the minute they step off the bus? Right, now they're at it with the classic Scottish football nonsense. The boy finally starts doing what a Rangers striker is meant to do, and the first instinct from the chatter class is not build around him. It's, how quick can we punt him for profit? The stories about Youssef Chermiti cost us big money, about $10 million, and he took time. New club, noise everywhere, backroom upheaval, then a manager change. But under Danny Rohl, he's come alive. Confidence up, mentality sharper, and he's scoring in the games that matter. Hearts, then Celtic, and that overhead kick in the old firm, that's the kind of moment that lives in Ibrox for decades. And Gordon Smith comes out and admits he was wrong to write him off. Fair enough, plenty did. But then he turns around and says, basically, his agent will be sending videos of his last 5 goals to clubs. That's his angle. Not Rangers have a striker, it's agents will be shopping him. You can hear the wee cash register mentality, can't you? Then we get the numbers thrown about. The claim is Rangers could demand $25 million or more, because he's 21 and improving, meaning a profit of at least $15 million after one season. On paper, That's how clubs survive now. Buy talent, sell talent, rinse and repeat. But here's the question that matters in a Rangers pub. Why should our first thought be selling the lad the minute he starts behaving like a Rangers number 9? And why is it always flip him instead of win things with him? Are we building a team to dominate again, or just polishing assets for someone else's league? Before you go, drop your thoughts in the comments and tell me exactly what you made of all this. And if you're watching but you've not hit subscribe yet, sort it out now. Like the video, sub to the channel, and back it properly. We're the people.